you get a voice acting thing, and I sometimes do hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, and sometimes I'll stick here for about. It's typically about 1 minute.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition.
Who's Joe?
Who's Joe?
Who is Joe?
Yeah, I'm still in. Obviously, I haven't blinked at all. We figured out a different route that we can go down, and I'm genuinely happy with where we're headed. Toothless, follow me, y'all run the planet, run the game of psychology. They can never manage your damage and will punish you. And I was like, dude, that just sounds like a freaking good time.
Today I am here with Sal, and why don't you go ahead and tell us a little about yourself?
Hello, my name is Sal, or PurpleVacktor. I'm a member of Team Vacktor under Vacktor, who you guys may have seen in an alternate interview with Joe. I'm a Minecraft content creator and streamer on twitch.tv/PurpleVacktor_. And, I'm just here to have a good time. Joe, how are you doing today?
I am super fantastic, and I really appreciate you being willing to come and be in one of these videos. I guess I'm going to run the gambit on all of the Vactors.
Okay, makes sense.
Alrighty, so what we're going to do at this point is I'm going to ask you our typical first question. We're going to do the countdown from 5, and we will start the staring contest when you start answering the first question.
Okay.
So here's our typical first question is, if you could collaborate with anybody on anything, who would it be? And we will start that countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I already blinked-ish. I kind of half blinked. I'd say that in regards to content creation, in regards to content creation and hanging out with someone on keep on blinking, in a collaborative effort, I'd say there's a content creator by the name of TSM Myth. I've been watching since I was a little bit younger. He's a couple years older than me, but he's a fantastic content creator, and he's into FPS kind of gameplay. Also, he just seems like a very fun individual. And I'd very much like to collaborate with him.
Alrighty. Well, you've blinked a few times, but we'll let you keep going with it if you want.
No, I can't. I died. I suck. No. I'm worthless. How could I have died so fast? I'm done. My career. Okay. Yeah, I'm still in, obviously. I haven't blinked at all.
No, not at all. So how'd you get into voice acting? Can you tell us that backstory a little?
So I got into voice acting. What is wrong with my... Okay, I'm just going to do this. You can definitely see I'm totally not blinking. So I got into voice acting through, actually, I've enjoyed it for quite a long time, probably about for the past 5 years. I did small stuff through a thing called Fiverr and through a thing called Casting Call Club. But then I went to I guess you'd say a small kind of Comic-Con, and that's where I met my friend Kyle, who happens to be the voice actor of Dinky Kaminari in My Hero Academia. And turns out that Vacktor had a connection with Kyle because Red used to do a little bit of voice work when he worked at another company for Funimation. So Kyle knew Red. So Red told Kyle about me, and he kind of just brought me into the swing of things and kind of put me under his wing. And I've just been doing voice acting and small stuff for Funimation ever since, and I've been having a very fun with it.
That's awesome. So I am now 30-0 in staring contest videos. You are my 30th staring contest video. And for those of you who watched my videos before, you know at this point that I'm going to attempt to go the rest of the video without blinking as well.
That's a long time. That's a very long time.
So obviously there's a lot of anime and intellectual property out there, and a lot of comics that could be turned into anime. But if you could work with any intellectual property out there as a voice actor, what would be like your dream job?
Oh my. Well, I honestly, it's like there's always that thing of anime, but I genuinely, I think if I could lead role a main character for a video game where I could play as the character that you play as, I think that'd be super sick to be able to play through a game with, the voice acting of me. I don't know what it is. I just feel like that'd be a cool thing, and of course to be a main character in some kind of anime. But both of those things would be super sick for me.
Do you have a favorite voice to do?
I'd say so on my streams, people I have a thing called Hiccup. So once you redeem a certain amount of points on Twitch, you get a voice acting thing, and I sometimes do Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And sometimes I'll stick here for about it's typically about 1 minute that I stay right here talking about different things like dragons and Astrid and Toothless and stuff like that. I like doing this voice a lot. But then there's also I don't know what it is. Whenever I get like graspy and like growly in my voice, I tend to have the English voice acting dub down of Bakugo from My Hero. So when I get right here, I get kind of angry. But then I also stay right here and I'm saying, Deku, you damn nerd. Hey, are you kidding me? And I like doing that voice as well. But
How do you think Hiccup would approach a staring contest?
I'll give you the voice for it. Hiccup would be like, "Oh crap, this guy's trying to keep his eyes open for the entire video. In which case, I can do it for approximately 10 seconds. Toothless, get me the heck out of here!" And that's how do you approach it.
Bravo. Bravo. Now, one thing my viewers might not know that you're part of, but I do, is that you're involved with Avatar SMP. And Red talked about Avatar SMP a little in the video that I did with him, but can you tell the viewers a little about Avatar SMP?
100%. So Avatar SMP, if you guys don't know what SMP means, it means survival multiplayer. It typically is surrounded by Minecraft. So it is basically the world of Avatar, the Last Airbender, the fire, water, earth, air, like that, but in Minecraft. It's a role play based series, which it has a lot of incredible content creators. And we're just creating an incredible story to go along with it. My character is an airbender. I'd like to say that he's the strongest airbender out there, considering Aang is no longer with us, if you guys know about the Avatar story. But my character's job at the current moment is to train the Avatar in airbending while also trying to bring peace to the other nations, because, you know, the Avatar isn't necessarily doing it right now.
I really enjoy watching it, and I will put a link to all of your channels in the video description. But one question I have for you is, as somebody who's trained in acting, as somebody who does voice acting, if you could give your airbender character what you would consider like the ultimate character twist, what kind of twist would that be?
I'd say this. We thought of this idea, but we didn't necessarily put it to fruition. We thought, what if we made Sal a bad guy? So there was the thought that because everybody kept on screwing up and everybody kept on being idiotic on the server, my character got the title of babysitter and vibe checker, because I honestly, no one could kill me, but I would just show up and be like, "Okay, guys, you guys gonna like be adults today, or do I have to like throw you off a cliff?" So my character, the way that we viewed it was, okay, Sal is fed up with everybody's BS, and he's going to basically be like, "This is my way of peace. You guys are continuing to bring war. Sal's basically just going to not kill you, but take away your bending. Sal's going to basically wipe you guys out so that you guys can start new again, because you guys are obviously just too immature to be having this power." So we were going to go down that route, but then we figured out something else, which is I can't necessarily say. But we figured out a different route that we can go down, and I'm genuinely happy with where we're headed.
And I know you mentioned earlier how you met Red, but how did you become part of Vacktor's?
Okay, so I met Red about 4 years ago. He was streaming on a platform known as Mixer at the time that was owned by Microsoft. Mixer shut down about in the past year and a half or so. But he was streaming on Mixer, and before then, I'd watched Sky Media before, which was a cool thing back in my childhood. But I knew of Red through that, and so I saw him on Mixer. I was like, "Holy crap, is this Red?" Is it, like I haven't watched this guy since I was younger. I was like, "Dude, he only has like a small amount of viewers. Maybe I could become friends with him. Maybe I could play Fortnite with him." We were playing, and that's how we met. We played Fortnite. So we played a game one day, and I was just trying to impress him the entire time, so he'd want to be friends with me. This is basically how it went. I was like, "Hey, bro, you want to hear me rap, bro? You want to hear me rap?" So if you know about this, Joe, you might know about tech checks that I have in my Twitch chat. So I was like, he was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Have you ever heard of Tech Nine? You ever heard of Worldwide Choppers?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good rap." I was like, "Okay, follow me, y'all run the planet, I run the game, and psychology. They can never manage your damage, and will punish you. Become the panic a little bit, because I gotta be friendly, come and jam, because I'm not a D. Gabba try like grubbing in my neck, because I got public rap against the punish of fuck, give me the rap, hip hop, I'm watching, make them rock." And he was like, "Okay, you're cool, you're cool." And we met through there, and then continuously he was like, "How about I just bring you in for content? Let's create stuff together." So he would be on his own channel, but he'd be like, at the time my name was Sinatra, so he'd be like, "Hey yo, Sinatra, come help me make this video. Help me come do this." And about 2 years ago, he got me into a Discord call with PurpleVacktor, and he basically told me, he was like, because at this time I had the PurpleVacktor Minecraft username because we needed it for a Minecraft roleplay series. So I had it, and he basically he got me in a Discord call with Blue, and he said, "All right, so Sal, we need to talk to you about buying the PurpleVacktor name off of you." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Cool." I was like, "I can just give it to you for free." I was like, "It's your property." I'm like, "I don't care." And then he was like, "But yeah, we have a problem." And I was like, "Oh God, what did I do?" I was like, "Did I not make enough Fortnite videos, Red? I'm sorry." But he was like, "Oh no, just kidding. No, we want you to be purple." And he was like, "Basically, you're under the Team Vacktor name. There's no corporation behind it. There's no contract, but we are a group of content creators that care and love about each other, but want to help bring each other up at the same time." And I was like, "Dude, that just sounds like a freaking good time." I joined Team Vacktor, and it's just been an uphill ever since. I hit Twitch partner because of it. So
Now, one thing I've constantly had in my mind, like with how popular Avatar SMP is and Dream SMP is and stuff like that, is obviously Minecraft is getting up there in years. And who knows how much longer it'll really be around. But what do you think y'all as Vactors will do post Minecraft? Like, how do you think you will evolve beyond Minecraft?
Well, I think the way that we would move forward is all the Vactors are kind of steadily moving to Texas, which is where we kind of reside. We already hang out like every other weekend, but we also make sure we're COVID safe. But we already hang out and stuff like that. We've been talking about making IRL content, um, and just being a team and making like content like outside of just the video game industry. Um, I'd say we'd do a route more like I guess if you've seen, there's different teams, there's different clans, organizations. We're not necessarily an organization, but we are a team. I'd say if I was in charge, which I am not, if I had an idea, I'd say kind of follow the way that 100 Thieves is doing their content on their YouTube channel. 100 Thieves is doing stuff like what's the fake cake, or cooking with a master cook, or like random stuff, just like four people just doing wacky things on a camera set, like creating fun content, hanging out, being themselves. I think that'd be really cool if Minecraft was no longer in the picture. But I will say this: I mean, there are millionaires because of Minecraft. I mean, close friends of mine are killing it in Minecraft because of the hold that it has in children's hearts. Because kids just love Minecraft. There's something about this 3D bit game that is like feels old but is modern. There's no way for me to explain it other than it brings joy to people's hearts, and that's what Team Vacktor wants to do. We want to bring joy to people's hearts, and we want to do it for people, not just ourselves. We want to reach people, build the lives of people in our communities, and no, yeah, I think if we were going to take another route, it would probably be some cool IRL stuff. But Minecraft's always going to be there for us.
If you could have any celebrity out there, whether they're a voice actor or not, to come on and play a character on the Avatar SMP, who would that be?
if I'm being completely honest, I think someone that I know it's an actor, but they also just seem super chill. Machine Gun Kelly, MGK. I think his mannerisms and the way that he acts, just kind of like a just doesn't care kind of mentality, but also is just like I think he's a kind soul from seeing stuff of him online. I think it'd be a really cool dynamic to see him on a stream or on Avatar or something like that. That'd be really cool celebrity appearance.
If you could go back to yourself 10 years ago, knowing what you know now, and talk to yourself, what would you tell yourself?
Oh my. Well, I feel like I am a child. I'm not too old. But I'd say 10 years ago, I'd probably, in regards to the way that I was back then, I'd say there's gonna be some hard times, especially in regards to your emotional state or in regards to your friends. Um, but just know that you're gonna have people around you that support you and will care for you through it all.
Where do you see yourself being like 5 years from now?
Honestly, I couldn't even guess. There's been multiple opportunities that have come up to me in regards to content creation, but I always come back to Team Vacktor, where I'm just like, this is my family. Um, but I mean, it all depends on how our growth comes from these next few years. In regards to if we're all Twitch partner by then, if we have brand deals and random stuff like that. I've already started collaborating and hanging out with my brother Preston a lot. He's one of the content creators in Dallas that I've hung out with. So I could definitely see me making content with him as well, along with Team Vacktor. Um, it's an endless amount of opportunities. 5 years down the road, I think I'll still be creating content, but also I will be graduated from college by then, and I'll be probably looking for a female. Probably that's probably what I'll be doing.
Well, I guess we've hit the point where we've got enough material to go off of, and I'm going to get you to say what everybody else has said prior to now, all 29 of them. I was not able to beat Joe in a staring contest.
I was not able to beat Joe in a staring contest.
As I said, I'm now 30-0, so there will be another video coming up soon where I do the I was not able to beat Joe in a staring contest clips 21 to 30. But another thing I do is I'm going to get you to call out somebody else to sit on the other end and be a guest in one of my staring contest videos.
I'm calling out Green Vacktor. I'm calling him out, Skylar. He's got some business to do.
All right, Green Vacktor or Skylar, you have been called out. If you would like to come on, be a guest in one of my interview/staring contest videos, I would love to have you. And I am going to make my own personal challenge. I am going to challenge the entire Team Vacktor. What, there's 6 of you now?
Mm-hmm.
To a 6-on-1 gauntlet staring contest match where starts me versus one of you. When one of you blinks, next pops up. When the next one blinks, next pops up till either all 6 of you blink or I blink.
Dang. You haven't even blinked you haven't blinked yet. You've done this entire video without blinking, dude. How do you think we're gonna win?
We're about 26 minutes in now, and I still haven't blinked.
Please blink just once. We're almost done. Just blink.
I gotta make it through. I gotta make it to the end.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
So, what do you have going on? What do you have to talk about? What do you have to plug?
Okay, so once more, twitch.tv/PurpleVacktor_. You guys can also check out for Avatar SMP. You can go to avatarsmp.com. And wear a mask. Wear a mask. Don't be an idiot.
Alrighty. Very good message. Very good message. And if you can, get vaccinated.
True.
Well, that's going to be it for another episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition. If you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already gone over to PurpleVacktor's Twitch channel and followed, go ahead and do that. Do it right now. Links in the video description. I will just kind of stare at you until you do so. Alrighty, now that you've done that, there will be a video down here at the bottom left that I've recommended, a video down here at the bottom right that YouTube has recommended. Watch one of them, watch both of them, watch all of them. Go watch all of the Avatar SMP streamers because it really is a lot of fun and there's some really talented people and it's super entertaining. But yeah, so now almost 28 minutes without blinking, and that's going to be it for this one. We will see you the next time.